and today I'm bringing you the real story behind Naga Apparel. Just a brand, not just some clothes. This is a movement that came straight from the pavement, born out of hustle, dreams, and pure street energy. Let me take you all the way back. Real talk, I created Naga through having a dream, no cap. I was out there selling my own CDs in front of the church by Snipes day in, day out grinding, not just to eat, but to get known as a musician. People looked at me sideways. They thought I was nuts. Like, yo, didn't you already have success in music? And yeah, I did. I came from a solid run. But things changed. The industry shifted. And let's be honest, English speaking rappers weren't getting no love in Germany anymore. So I did what any real one would do, I adapted. I hustled. And that money I made from those CD sales, that's what I used to front the first Naga gear production. I literally flipped my music grind into fashion. That's how deep this goes. So, yeah, it started with a couple caps I designed. I'm out there in front of the church, pushing these pieces with heart, no storefront, no cosign, just pure vision and a purpose to get the name out there. Naga wasn't born in a boardroom, it was born on the block, in the grind, in the cold, with people walking by wondering what I was on. But I knew early fashion alone wasn't enough. I wasn't just trying to sell clothes, I was trying to start something that meant something, something that made people feel like they belong. That's when I started creating events. Naga Jam was born. And yo, if you weren't there, let me paint the picture. Raw vibes, live music, culture dripping from the walls, fashion everywhere, real ones only. We weren't just throwing parties. We were starting a movement. We brought people together in a way that felt real, unfiltered, unstoppable. But here's a piece of the story a lot of people don't know before Naga Club even existed. I managed to open a community center inside Karstadt, right in the heart of Hamburg city center. And yeah, it was only for 6 months. But y'all know me. I'm a hustler. I turned that opportunity all the way up. Rooftop open airs, comedy nights, food showcases, exhibitions, NFT drops, live concerts, salsa nights, you name it, we brought it to life in that space. We had people from every walk of life coming through, showing love and vibing together. That move, it leveled up my hustle in a major way. But just like with Naga Club later on, it was time limited. Once Karstadt ended, I had to move on. But by then, the streets were talking. Word started spreading about what we were doing. And that's when a new offer came into check out a raw, rundown spot that nobody saw potential in. That place, it eventually became the legendary Naga Club. Let me keep it real with you, it was a shithole. Straight up. The walls, the floor, everything was busted. But I saw the vision. I rolled up my sleeves, put in sweat and tears literally. I worked on that place like it was my last shot. And somehow, against all odds, the magic was born. We built that vibe from the ground up, and in just a month, it popped off. We had packed shows, loyal crowds, and nights people still talk about. It felt like home. DJs lit it up, people rocked Naga gear with pride, and the love in the building, unmatched. Our very first event, it exploded. Word spread like fire. Everybody wanted in. We turned a dusty, forgotten space into the most electric spot in the city. But here is the twist. We only had an 8-month contract for that space. We hoped to expand, but the owner didn't extend the deal. They gave it to someone else. And worse, they copied our entire blueprint. We had already done 3 pop-up shops, that year real deal culture hubs with music, fashion, food, and 5,000 plus people pulling up to buy clothes and vibe. Then, boom, someone else opens a new clothing store in our likeness, right where we laid the foundation. But listen, I ain't bitter. I'm grateful because even though they took the space, we proved something. Naga can turn nothing into everything if just given the shot. We turned sidewalk dreams into sold out events. We turned CD sales into fashion drops. We turned pain into power. And we did it all with no big investors, no safety net, just vision, fire, and grind. That's part one. Next up, I'll break down how all of that journey, the music, the hustle, the community, the setbacks, the magic became the soul of Naga Apparel. Stay tuned for part two, where we talk about legacy, drops, streetwear with meaning, and what's next for the family. All right, fam. Welcome back to part two of the Naga story. If you're just tuning in, stop right here and go run back part one, because that was the blueprint. How a dream turned hustle, CDs turned to fashion, and how community turned into culture. Now let's get into how all of that, the wins, the setbacks, the grind formed the heart of Naga Apparel. See, Naga isn't just stitched into fabrics, it's stitched into real life. This brand represents every underdog who kept pushing, every creator who refused to fold, and every soul who knows that sometimes the door won't open, so you gotta build your own. You already know we came up from pushing CDs on cold corners, flipping dreams into fabric, and turning pop up spaces into full on cultural hubs. But now I want to take y'all deeper into the real weight behind this journey. See, after the Naga Club was booming, packed every night, energy through the roof, we got hit hard. That space, something we built from the ground up, turned from a dump into a full functioning venue, was snatched out from under us. The contract didn't get renewed, even though we proved we could drive in thousands, inspire a scene, and make the impossible happen. Not only that, someone else moved in and copied our whole blueprint, took the pop up concept, the streetwear fusion, the style, the sauce, everything. Man, I'm not gonna lie, that crushed me. I felt violated. I felt robbed. After pouring in sweat, vision, time, money, and soul, we got pushed out like we didn't matter. And for a second, I was in a dark place. I ain't ashamed to say it, I was depressed. I had that why me moment. Felt like I was being attacked for no reason. Like every time I built something powerful, it got taken away. But this is where the story turns. Because I had to trick my own mind to survive. I had to look in the mirror and say, nah, you're not done. You're just leveling up. And right when it felt like I was losing it all, I linked up with Chrissy. And boom, new wave unlocked. Next thing you know, we signed Rowdy Rebel for a European tour powered by none other than Naga Apparel. Yeah, let that sink in. From CDs in front of a church to touring Europe with a Brooklyn drill legend, pushing our brand into a whole new dimension. We touched down in the UK short podcasts, recorded sessions in London, brought that showcase energy to Manchester, and even held a mini pop up in Berlin that you can still find on YouTube. We were out there, not just talking about Naga, but living it, repping it in every city, every move, every camera shot. And I was standing there like, yo, this is what resilience looks like. Because that's the essence of Naga Apparel. You get hit, you adapt. You fall, you flip the fall into fuel. When the system plays you, you build your own lane. And that's what I've done again and again. Every drop we release, Savory shirt, hoodie, or snapback comes from that spirit. It's not just fabricits, the armor of the underdog. It's a middle finger to gatekeepers. It's a salute to the self made. And with that mindset, we kept pushing forward. We brought back Naga Jam with even more power, turning every event into a moment. Live music, fashion drops, pop up experiences that feel like culture is being born in real time. We made spaces again where people could laugh, vibe, create, and be part of something real. No label, no permission, just vision and work. That's what makes this whole thing different. We never waited for an invite. We built the room. From Karstadt rooftop open airs to NFT showcases, salsa nights, comedy, and concerts, we kept creating platforms, even when the timeline was limited. So yeah, they tried to box us out, but we always find another way in. And now, Naga Apparel isn't just bouncing back. We're expanding. Global moves, next level collections, more stories, more stages, more proof that nothing beats pure heart and hustle. If you're rocking with us, you already know you're not just wearing something stylish. You're wearing grit, vision, and unapologetic creativity. You're wearing the story of not giving up, even when the world says quit. This is Naga, and we're just getting started. Catch us on the road, on the block, or in the next drop. One love.